Little Spokane, Washington. I went back. It was a complete culture shock to go back there after living amongst the West Indians. And everything was a slower pace, and I was drinking, I was bloated, I was huge, I looked sick, I was unemployable. So I came back, I stayed at my mom's, and I was like, I couldn't work, I couldn't do anything but drink. And finally I went into the living room and I told my mom and my next stepdad, I got to get help. And they said, what do you want to do? And I said, well, I heard years ago I was watching Murphy Brown, and if you don't know who Murphy Brown is, anyway, I was watching Murphy Brown, a sitcom, and with Candice Bergen in it, and she was a recovering alcoholic. It was one of the first shows that had a recovering alcoholic in it, and in the show, she had gone to the Betty Ford Center. So I looked up the Betty Ford Center. It's the only thing I knew was to go to the Betty Ford Center. That's the only place I knew. I didn't know about AA. I didn't know about nothing. I just knew I needed help. I was going to die. I checked into the Betty Ford Center in 1993. I know you guys are so young. I know there's some people my age on here that are watching. It's a good story because it's going to give you the information that I wish I had. Just stick with me, even though you think I'm old. I checked in 93, and I went to treatment, and I got sober, and I did everything they told me to do. And I ended up moving. I left Spokane, Washington to go down to the Coachella Valley in California, Southern California. Rancho Mirage is where the Betty Ford Center was. And I flew down there by myself, checked myself in, went to Betty Ford, got out. They said, we don't suggest you go back to the Caribbean or go back to Spokane. We suggest you stick around here for a while and go to aftercare. And so I did. I did what they told me. It was amazing. And I got sober and I started going to AA, and that's what I did. And thank God, right? That's that part of the story. It's a good story. It's just really hard to do these, tell you about me and my past in 3 minutes. So you'll have to just tune in more. Tune in next time when we hear more of the demise of Karen Gardner. Thanks for watching.